Hi there, this is the second vibrato video to help you develop and improve your vibrato. So in the last video we talked a little bit about the general movement, this kind of relaxed kind of movement of the arm, and then placing the finger, keeping this area free and the thumb soft so that the arm can move and pull this finger forward and back. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a piece called Salut d'amour by Edward Elgar. Just watch my arm and my movement and listen to how it affects the sound. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a variety of different speeds. Sometimes I'm doing it quite wide and slow. Sometimes I'm doing it quite narrow and fast. And there's lots of differences in between those to make these different colours. So it's a little bit like the way you might do a picture. So you might use, for example, if you're using paint. Yeah, so I've got here some paints. I've got some. So it's like using. You can either, if you're doing a paint, you could use, do a basic picture with some, red, yellow, and blue, or you could have a paint box with 20 colours in, yeah, and that gives you more of a range to express different things with what if you're painting, or in this case we're colouring the music. Okay, but how do we do it? It doesn't happen without doing lots of exercises to get this good. So we're going to start with some exercises in rest position. So put your violin in rest position, and we're going to do some just sitting our thumb on the neck like this. So I want you to feel your arm really heavy. So it's got made out of lead. And your thumb is just hanging. This is your monkey hanging off the violin. Okay. Now let's try putting our third finger on. We're still keeping that nice weight, and we're trying to swing that arm, and that gives us this nice movement. Let's swap to our second finger. Try to keep that finger nice and flexible. If I slow it down, I can see that this is nice and flexible. I'll do the first finger, second finger. I'm feeling this nice relaxness in my elbow on my arm, and I'm also feeling my hand heavy, leaning down off my thumb. Okay? So that's your first exercise. Give your hands a bit of a warm up. Now we're going to do some exercises like this. So first of all, we'll do some cycling with each finger. So I'm going to do the second finger. Third finger's a little bit more tricky. Fourth finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all together. Okay. Okay, now let's just check that our fingers are nice and flexible. So can you make a diamond? Push out with your knuckles, fingers straight. Okay, push back. And now we're going to make a flame. So we're going to keep our palms together, but we're going to keep that bit, and then we're going to pull these in like that. So go in, that's it. Checking, then all nice and flexible. Let's go back to here, and back to here. Great. More flexibility you've got on your fingers, better for your bow and for your hands, your violin hand. Okay, so we're going to do the monster munch. Now, if you haven't done this one before, this is a really good one for vibrato because this is exactly what the fingers need to be able to do. So here we go crunch, and then we roll in, you see, and then the monster pulls out, but you keep your fingertips tight so it doesn't keeps on holding the violin. So you roll in and pull out. Now I'm holding it here, but I'm going to do it on my shoulder now. So I'm going to roll in and then out. It should feel like you're trying to pull your violin out. So keep your head holding it in, out, in, out, in. We can do some nice rhythms here. So we can go in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Do 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 do. Okay, relax your hands again. Okay, now we're going to go and we're going to do some peg bashing now. So this is like imagine we're in a summer field of corn and our hand is waving in the breeze. Now the peg bashing is just making it a little bit further back so you can feel it hitting against the pegs. Yeah. I'm not hitting it hard, I'm just gently tapping it, and then I can feel, and then I can kind of feel the rhythm of it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and my thumb's really soft. Okay, so you can either have your hand sliding along the neck or it can be free with a little gap. Okay. We're now going to do put your violin back in rest position. Now you need a bit of paper or ideally some tissue. I've just got some paper here. So I'm going to put it over the neck. And I'm going to use this paper to slide up and down the neck. So I put my little bit of paper on and I'm going to just practice sliding up and down. Now I've got all fingers down, but I can try third finger. And my third thumb is behind, so it's staying really relaxed. up and down. And I can swap fingers, just the first finger. Paper's quite good because it just stays in one position. Doesn't get crumpled up like. Now let's do that in position. Set your violin nicely. Okay. And you see this is shifting really, isn't it? And it feels really nice because you can shift so smoothly with this paper on. Okay, so swap fingers. First finger. Just polishing the strings. It's a really good exercise. Okay. Okay, relax your hand for a second. Okay, now we're going to get our bow and we're going to do this exercise. This is the ski jump. So I'm just putting my first finger down. I'm going to swap to my second finger. Third finger. Four. Now just like we had a minute ago when the paper was on, I'm trying to keep this movement super slidey. Okay, the thumb again is super relaxed, it's not holding on to anything. Now we're going to turn that into a car alarm. Now this is really difficult because you have to have enough weight on your fingertip, but no stiffness here in the thumb or on this side. So it's really difficult. So it's actually quite good to just do this on your knee, like a cello player, mini cello. So I can let my thumb go and I'm just riding up and down on the string. My finger is really pushing down onto the string so I can actually get the string to touch the fingerboard, otherwise it wouldn't make the right sound. Okay, so that is the car alarm. I'm going to take my thumb off to start off with to make sure, and as you can see there's a gap there. If you find this difficult to start off with, get someone else to do the bow and you do this, because it's very different feeling. This is a slow thing and this is moving fast, which is difficult. Okay, so where are we? We've done loads of exercises so far. We've done the monkey hanging from here. We've done the monster munch. These are all really important. Done some finger flexibility. We've done some polishing the strings. We've done the car alarm. We've done the peg bashing. These are all important parts of the vibrato. And we're now going to do the one more exercise, which is kind of combines them all. So this is the glue drying exercise. So you got some imaginary glue and you put it on your finger, okay, and but it takes a while to dry, so you start it going and gradually the glue starts to dry until finally the glue dries, but your hand keeps going. Yeah, so it's pulling you forward and back, and that's really what we're doing, what we were doing in the first video. It's this, your arm pulling pulling your finger straight and then back again. Okay, so we'll do it in position. So here we go, got our imaginary glue, we put it on, we'll do it with the third finger, and we remember to push down with your finger. My thumb is relaxed, it's either off or relaxed, and there's a bit of a gap here. Okay, and as it gradually starts to dry, my fingertip is glued down, but my arm carries on. Feel the relaxedness in your elbow, and this is a bit like the peg bashing with your knuckles pulling back. Okay, so before we finish this episode, I'm going to do a bit with our bow. So when you're working on your vibrato, do some exercises and then try it out on some pieces. Yeah, so slow pieces with lots of third fingers are good to start off with. I'm going to do a piece from a film today. I'm going to do a piece from Jurassic Park. See if I can remember. Most of you, I would have thought, would have seen the film Jurassic Park. I put it into D major. And I'm playing the top note of the D major scale, third finger on the A string, A, B, C sharp, D. So we're going to start off by just playing that third finger a lot. Now I'm constantly thinking about my arm. Is it relaxed? Then I'm also constantly thinking about my tip. Has it got enough pressure to keep it down? Then I'm thinking about my thumb. Has it locked tight? Is it stopping me moving? If it is, just take it off for a minute. And thirdly, am I too much on this? Do I need to make a little bit of a gap here? These are the things that I'm assessing to see whether they're stopping me doing my movement. Okay, so that's our main note, but we're going to try doing this piece. This goes 3, 2, 3. To a G. Then it comes to the theme. Do, 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 do. Finishes on a C. That's a really nice tune, works really well for practicing vibrato. So yeah, hope that's helpful. Try your exercises, try it in a setting like that, or a slow piece like waltz or Judas Maccabeus.